Hey, it's Scotch Test Dummies. I'm Scott.
Bart.
2 Amruts.
2.
A Peated and a Sherry.
I like it.
Both cask strength.
It's like you and I.
Yeah, that's true. We should switch them up, though.
Yeah, we should.
Peat should be on that side, Sherry on this side.
Throwing people off. But we're going to test it! India style, baby. India
Good
style.
call. Good call.
Yeah. You're right. I did cross my mind that you got the sherry on my side, the peat on yours, and we're both like, but who cares? We're both going to be tasting them both.
So we did pre-pour these.
Oh, that's a Dummies coin in the ground.
Both of these we picked up with our own funds. Now, Whisky Raj has taken care of us in the past, and he sent us a couple different Amruts, black adders, other things to try.
Right. So you can get Amrut in the States.
Yes. In fact, Whisky Raj is responsible for these being or at least the sherry one we got at the Well of OKC when we were passing through there. The Well Wine and Spirits. Great selection of Amruts.
Phenomenal.
And black adders, matter of fact.
Yeah.
This is kind of a special edition Oloroso sherry cask that they do. Cask strength. It's not on the tin.
We love that.
Or no, it is 56.5% ABV.
Tell me that doesn't get your attention.
Love the color.
Yeah.
Here in town, Wichita, we're in Wichita, Kansas. Just this weekend, I see Amrut Peated cask strength at 62.8% ABV.
Talking my language.
We've got them poured. We're just going to take a quick look at both of them.
Sure. We debated doing them individually, but I said this would be perfect to do them together.
Sure.
We'll sip the peated second, so it doesn't overrun the sherry.
So that's on the right. That's in the shorter Copita
you can
glass.
see it's a little bit lighter color, just slightly.
And the standard Glencairn Copita on the left is the sherry, the Amrut sherry.
Love it. Love it.
There was, I want to say, 3 different bottlings that they do in this Aatma. Aatma. Oloroso sherry. There was a port, and I think a peated port. If I remember.
Port, double P.
We've had some good ports. We only picked up one. I had debated picking up the port.
For a while, I
was try
port preferred.
Yeah. Now let's see. This does have. They filled the barrel March of 2012 and bottled it July of 2019. So it's 7 years and 3 months old. That's a pretty good spell in India.
Yeah, that's hot. It's hot.
That's on the Aatma. Now I don't know if they have the dates listed on the peated. It's going to be a little bit younger and a standard bottling.
Whoops! I had the wrong non-work friendly part of the coin up. My apologies. Just to mention that's the salute to 2020. Sorry about the rotation for anybody that might have been offended.
Disclaimer: I'm still not back fully. Getting there from COVID last October. Taste is mostly back. Smell is not. But I got a blast of sherry right up the nose, right up the gullet. Trust
the gullet? I was going to say trust Bart, but gullet made me laugh uncontrollably.
Hashtag trust Bart.
Yeah.
Yeah. Woo.
Yeah.
I can tell this is a sherried whiskey. Wow. Darker, but also raspberries. Sweeter fruits. Do we need to pause for a second?
Probably.
All right,
we're back in. So
definite
family arrived.
Definite sherry notes. I also got, like I said, some of the lighter sherry outside of Oloroso, the raspberries on the nose.
So I get the raspberry, but I always describe it as stone fruit, but it's like a light fruity crispness.
Yeah.
And I get touches of barley in here as well.
I was going to say a little bit of a maltiness, but not. Some of the blasts on the Amruts, you get a lot of the maltiness, but that sherry is definitely at the forefront.
Yeah, I get a lot of the fruitiness on it. It's not quite like a sherry bomb, though, to me.
I don't know.
Definitely,
that's what's jumping out at my muted nose there. Let's just give a nose on the peated one real quick.
All right. I took a sneak of this earlier, and it was definitely peaty. Yeah, it was. Well, I couldn't help it.
Oh, you got to sip.
No, I didn't sip. I just took a sneak sniff.
Now, see, I don't smell it. My nose is so bad.
Yeah. It's an interesting though. It's like it's a cross between a vanilla, almost like vanilla chalk railroad tie. And the railroad tie is old, and it's not as Creo City. Creo City, that's an official word.
Peat is one of those notes that I have not started to get back yet. I have graduated, though, from getting peat was coming across as very just a stale note.
Right.
It's not that anymore. I am getting peat on the palate. Nose, though, I either can't smell it or there's a faint smell of peat, and I'm just not getting anything here.
I get heavy vanilla with that twinge of either creosote or iodine, but it's sweetened up. So it's not, that's why I say it's like an old tired railroad tie where you just get hints of the creosote. The vanilla / creosote is a beautiful marriage here. Anybody that knows that, well, anybody like me that's peat head, creosote doesn't mean bad. If you've never had peat, you're kind of thinking creosote. But yeah.
I started doing something I've never done before, and I was just slightly blowing into the glass.
I was going to say,
get the fumes out.
Kissed a girl.
And I did got a faint hint of the smoke, but I also got like a vanilla orange cream.
Oh, wow.
Doing that.
Oh, I'll give you that. It's almost like the creamsicles that used to be out there. Yeah. As soon as you mentioned the orange cream, that's what I got.
Yeah, and there's a slight peat doing that.
That's interesting. You're right. Now I can't unsmell creamsicle.
Blow on it. Like I just blow into the glass.
With your, what?
Just blow in there a little bit underneath your nose.
Oh, I overblew.
It's just give it a little tough.
Oh, isn't that nice?
I might have discovered a new.
I know. You're doing this thing. Because my nose is back a little further and I get way more orange creamsicle than peat.
Blow into the glass to get the fumes out.
You got to blow in almost sensually.
Yeah, citrus and sweetness. That is showing a little bit of that peat to me, but yeah. All right. Let's save that one for tasting last.
Wow.
Let's do the sherry.
That's interesting. I just got a touch of licorice too.
Let me try that.
You're going to try the subtle blow?
It helps. It brings those fumes out to you.
Oh, you know what? It does. We're 8 years in. We just learned a technique. Look at you.
It's just a slight.
Yeah,
give like a slight tuft of.
It's almost like a puff.
And I'm getting more of the citrus fruits.
You're right. This is bizarre. We're 8 years in. We just learned a little technique. You got to give it a puff of air to clear out some of the alcohol.
Interesting.
And you're not lying.
Yep.
You're not lying. That's helping. It changed the nose for me a little bit. It made it a lot fruitier. That's something. That helped me out a lot, actually.
Wow.
I keep raising my eyebrows at the camera, too. It's almost like a love.
That is a sherry punch.
Ooh,
that
really?
is, oh yeah.
Now I'm starting to salivate.
I'm salivating now. That is rich. It's thick, syrupy, malty.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow, is that viscous?
Yes, very thick, chewy.
Holy moly.
Meaty.
Yeah, with I feel like there's pieces of fruit in here.
Yeah.
That is amazing. Oh my God. Oh, it ends with a vanilla, malty oakiness. I'm going to have to come back to the beginning. Holy moly, beautiful finish.
A lot of spices.
Kitchen spices.
Kitchen spices.
From the kitchen.
Nutmegs, cinnamons, plums, darker fruits, raisin, vanilla graham cracker. Graham cracker with like a marshmallow cream on it.
We may have to Greco-Roman wrestle over this one. I mean, naked. That is tasty. Holy moly. I got to admit, though, this is your wheelhouse, so it'll go to you.
I'm going to add a drop and a half of
Let me
water.
take a drop. That is delicious. That is a sherry bomb.
Yes.
I didn't quite get on the nose until you told me about the poof thing. The poof. Still works. It's subtle. You could do it. No one would even know what you're doing. They'd be like, "What are you doing there?"
We're gonna patent that.
Yeah, it's called the dummy poof.
I'm getting now doing that again. A burnt caramel.
Yeah.
That marshmallow cream graham cracker.
Yeah. It's almost like a pie crust.
Yeah.
Graham cracker pie crust with heavy butter. Notice how I said butter. Wow. Man, I feel like it's the first of the first day of the new show.
Well, everybody will be doing that.
Mm-hmm.
That surprised me, blowing into that glass. That's a good technique.
I know.
I try it out. Everybody else that's
Give
watching.
it a try. I want people just sitting around blowing into the glass.
The thing is, especially with cask strength whiskeys coming out of a Glencairn and
very
stuff,
powerful.
it can concentrate those fumes so much.
And
Sometimes
it can even zap your nose a little bit. You'd be like, got too close.
That's very nice, boy. That's got a nice finish. It's got a nice start. It's got a
Peter
nice
told
mid.
us this was getting rave reviews, and we were like, really? And we like us some Amrut and jumped on. That is good.
That is good. That's very good.
Really
I'm going to let that sit. We'll move to the Peated.
I love the Amrut fusion. This is delicious.
I'm going to add another drop and let that was a healthy drop. Let that sit.
Is nice. I'm going to have to. I could just stay on this, but you're right. We've got to transition over to the Peated. That is delicious. Collector series. Wow. That is something. Let me do a cleanse. I don't know if I need to. I tend to crinkle the plastic, so I put it in a glass.
Okay. Peated. Amrut Peated cask strength. This got a 92 from Jim Murray.
Oh my
whiskey
goodness. Really?
That's what it says right there on the side.
Wow. Old Jimmy.
Oh yeah. Now I got the peat.
Whew.
It's toned down a little bit.
I just got too much. I shouldn't use your poof technique. It's like a safety thing. That still works.
Yep.
Because I'm getting, again, the vanilla, touches of caramel.
The citrus sweetness.
I think I'm overdoing the poof. Citrus is there, you're right. And it definitely tamed it with a little... Really? Now you got me salivating again. How are you doing that? I'm going in.
That's another one right up front. And that does not feel 62.8%. That's the one, as soon as it hits the palate, just starts to take over. You can tell it's good.
This is one of those you feel like you could, like you're breathing, not in a bad way, but like the vapors are.
Yeah. How's the peat in this one now? Because my peat palate is still not trustworthy, I would
You know
say.
what? The peat is very subtle here. It's not as strong as I thought it was going to be.
Well, it could be because it's where you haven't added. I bet you maybe water will bring that out.
This almost hits me. This is weird. This almost hits me like some of those peats that have used, I don't want to name another place, that have used like beer barrels or Guinness barrels. I get almost this like pale ale. Wow.
There's a little bit of that chocolate barley type
I
note
got
to
a
it.
chocolate note in there. Heavy chocolate.
Yeah. I am getting the peat that seems milder on my palate, but I'm going to add a healthy drop of water to this at 62. Maybe it'll bring out some of that peat. A lot of times these are just so concentrated.
The peat's at the very front, which is I expect the peat in the finish.
I'll add 2 drops.
The peat's at the very front. It's a sweet peat.
Honeyed.
Yeah, wrapped in with vanilla. Honey, vanilla peat. And that's very bizarre. It's totally on the forefront. For me, less in the finish. I get a little bit of the roasted nut in the finish, which is probably the peat lingering.
A little hazelnut.
Could be hazel. But it's still, I get a lot of vanilla in the finish. It lingers sweet and nutty.
You're going to get yourself in trouble with that, though, because it does not feel 62.8.
It does not.
It drinks very nice.
It does not. The only part that has the 62% is when I took the first sip, I felt like I could feel the vapors. Almost like some kind of red dragon. And so I could feel it there, but not really on my palate.
I put in 2 healthy drops of water. Didn't hurt it at all.
No.
It's still high ABV. A lot of that sweetness is still in there. Those lighter citrus notes, the vanillas, sugars.
I get more peat on the nose than on the palate. But the peat flash is early, which is odd. Like I said, most of the peats I enjoy, the peat, well, it's throughout. But it's really in the linger as well.
Those are both very nice.
Amrut's killing it. I mean,
I would have to claim the Oloroso as my favorite, but they are very close. That peated cask strength is very good.
Very good. I'm going to tell you, I would have to declare the sherried version as well, the Aatma. And I love the peat, and the peat is done well. But what they did with this sherried version is unbelievable. I'm going to say right now, we need to go out to Amrut.
Yeah, sure.
Amrut, if you wanted to bring us out, we can come, because this is unbelievable.
As soon as the Rona succeeds.
No.
Not succeeds.
Dies.
Well, succeed as in like passes.
Ooh.
That's what I was thinking. The Corona itself, not the people.
I'm with you.
Succeeds. Is that what I'm thinking of? Succeeds.
Subsides.
Subsides is what
subsides.
You're looking for. There you go. As soon as the Rona subsides.
Subsides. That's what you were looking for. It hit me. I was like, what's he trying to say? Subsides.
Sorry.
No. You're trying to say subsides. I'll clean it up.
I'll leave it in.
I'll leave it in.
Sorry.
No. Yeah, I knew what you meant. This is
I would. So here's my summation of these two is that going into this, I would have thought without a doubt this is the clear. This would be the clear winner. I'm choosing the sherry over the peated.
I thought I would pick the peat.
Yeah, but I'm telling you though, it's really close. This is good. Damn good.
It's very
as well.
Good. I like how you threw in a curse.
Yeah,
it's damn good. I like it.
If this is a 10, this is a 9. I mean, it's just right there with it. It's right behind it.
I would agree. I thought the proof, the ABV here alone was going to be a fabulous winner. The peat punch was going to make me ignore this or maybe not even be able to taste it anymore. But it's amazing. As good as that is, this is even slightly better. Now, I am curious. I know what this one cost. I don't know what this one cost.
So this one we did pick up down in OKC, $180 on these.
It's expensive.
They are expensive.
It's worth it.
It's worth it. You will not be disappointed.
You will not.
The peated cask strength is $90 on the shelf.
That's a deal. Now, peated whiskey is usually a little younger, and I like my peat younger because it's more peated.
I'm pretty sure. I'm just looking at the color. This does not look like a young whiskey, even from India.
No.
And so I'm looking. I'm pretty sure Amrut does not add coloring. It should be natural color, non-chill filtered.
I would think, but you don't know. Raj, talk to Amrut, baby. Talk to Amrut. We'd love to visit. Wow. These are both. Sorry. Go ahead.
Muted palate, not an official score. This is 92, 93 range on the sherry.
Maybe 91.
Maybe a 94. I just got to wait for my buds to return fully. This is a 91, 92. It's just right behind it.
I would say 91, 92, and it's so weird that I'm giving these ranges, but I feel like it's climbing, and it's so delicious. So good. And I would say with the peat, let me pop back. Gosh, I did not. So the best thing I can tell you is, you guys know, guys and gals, I am a peat head. So coming in, I thought, I'm going to love this. I like sherry, but I thought, this is winning out. But this is still going to score good. Hold on. Yeah,
I added another drop of water. That lets been sitting for a while.
It's a different kind of peat. It's a sweeter, softer peat. It's not like a creosote killer.
Okay, if you have it close, you do have the Amrut Peated. Unless you've killed it.
I might have killed it. You can see the Paul John over there. It might be near that.
Yeah, I don't see it then.
Okay. I think I killed
If
it.
that's where it should be.
I think I killed it. And so let me tell you this. I've got to change my score of this based on my score of this, because this is a 91. This is a 91, but in good conscience, this has got to become a 92, because sitting here side by side, I'm liking this better, and I didn't expect it. And even as I'm going back and forth, I'm like 91, 92. And very good. Amrut is killing it. The very first Amrut I had was the Fusion, and I was stunned. I was like, this is great. And I think it was the first whiskey it was the first whiskey we tried from India was Amrut.
What does Fusion stand for?
Passion.
No, it's not passion.
I said passion, and it was totally wrong.
It's nectar.
It's nectar. We had a fan who was a Sikh, and he said, I even told you what it was, and you misquoted me, and I did.
Yeah.
I said it was passion, and it's nectar.
Yeah.
Nectar of the gods is Amrut. So I can't remember the gentleman's name.
So then we refilm. A couple years later, we buy another bottle of Fusion.
Passion.
We're gonna correct ourselves in the second one and give it a little bit better review, even being more experienced. So we go on and we correct ourselves, and we say it's not passion, it's nectar. But then you go on to mess up. You say Amrut is importing Scotch from Scotland to blend with their own whiskey.
Why do you got to bring in my foibles?
And I'm like, oh my God, you just messed up the second one. They import barley.
I knew they imported something. And it's the barley. It's
like a lot of places.
Right. They import the peated barley from Scotland to make the Fusion. And I love the Amrut Fusion. But I think in that show I say that they're bringing over barrels of whiskey or something. Ooh. And that's wrong. So if you go back 7 years, or maybe 6, you're going to see Bart make some errors.
Go right to the peated after the sherry.
Right, I just did.
You did? Did you have the peated or the sherry?
Sure.
Wow, that peat one is just.
I know.
It's good.
I know. It's almost like this is a beautiful marriage.
Yeah.
You've got.
I wonder if the sherry is bringing out some of the sweetness. We got the sherry on the palate.
I would agree.
Is that possibly bringing out some of the sweetness?
I think it is. I think it is. You've got the yin and the yang with the touch of both, and
yin and yang. It's not yin and yang.
Damn it, you're right. It's shocking.
A lot of people do that.
It's
yin and yang.
Yin and yang, not ying.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Well, they're down at the bar. Yin and yang. They meet there every Monday at noon.
Yeah, dang. And the rabbi comes in.
All right. We scored it. We talked about the price. Let's make this one's long enough on its own. Let's wrap this one up too.
We're not going to put out our stuff.
Nope. Go to ScotchTestDummies.com. Pick up coins, glasses, hats, shirts, dropper sets. Go to Patreon.com and support us there for as little as $1 a month or as much as $100.
Ooh, 100.
There you go.
Do it. Do it. Scotch it. You Scotch gods.
I'll toast you with the sherry.
Beautiful.
Cilantro.
I'll join you.
Dummies.
Ding.